and we're here. Welcome to Dress Up Saturday Night. Because you know something, Sophie? I am ready to go. I hope you are too. Welcome, my friends. I'm Jason, and this is
Sophia.
And we are hanging out tonight. And you know what? We got something a little different on. My wife is wearing her perfect American kitty cat ears. Meow, meow, because she's a kitty cat. Meow.
Wow.
Yes, it happens. It is very nice to do it. Yes, and my name is not Indiana Jones, Mr. Barley. I see that one very clearly. My name is, look here, you can see my name. Here, let me make sure you can really see it clearly. So I'm going to come right up in there. And you see what that says? That's me. Exactly. I am wearing my own name tag because this Saturday night, I might actually forget who I am in every single way. I'm not sure why, but it might happen. So listen, this is my flight jacket. That's right. I'm a pilot, been so for many, many, many years. I have never had a chance to actually put on my fedora hat, which I used to always wear when we went camping up in there with a big stick, or my flight jacket hat. So I figured tonight, on a Saturday night, you guys should be treated to something even cooler in the free world, which is all of me and Sophia. How's that sound? Are you ready to drink wine? I hope you are, because if you're not, I'm going to cry. Get on the chat roll. Let's chit chat. Let's get things in gear. Who we got? Okay, I got Sandra. I see Kara. I see Cindy. I see no love for you, Dr. Jones, Mr. Barley. I got Manita with some Lifesaver. We've got Tim and Julie with your old black magic. Faithful friend, Sandra. If you drank anything else, I would cry. We've got, let's see here. We've got Timothy. We've got Samba Hazard, Sam and BA. That's what it was. That's what I couldn't remember. It was Samba Hazard, but Sam and BA. Oh, awesome, awesome, awesome. Jackie Wayman's there. I love the Waymans. Are awesome. Jeannie, Esther Wildenberg. Oh, she's wonderful, living in the quarantine world. Karen, what a wonderful group we've got tonight to have a lot of fun with me growing the beard, wearing the flight jacket, wearing my little scarfie. I feel like very, very moment-like. And of course, tonight, we've got the honorable, the man, the myth, and the legend, Jack. Jack, why don't you come on board and say hello tonight? Jack's going to be making us a recipe for everything. Turn the camera on the mic, Jack. Let's hang on to it, my friend. So good to see you. Let's bring Jack over there. Jack, let's come on board. There he is. Jack's in the house. And we've got Chef Jack.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to our kitchen in Tustin, California. We're threatening rain for the entire week, but it's been a fantastic day. Jason and Sophia and all of our friends, I want to welcome you to our kitchen. This is going to be a wonderful show. A couple of things. Sophia, you look fabulous. Jason,
Thank you.
Okay, you're all right. Okay, but listen, let me say what we're going to make tonight is we're going to make steak Florentine. Now, the beautiful Shelly Ann and I have had a wonderful opportunity to spend a lot of time in Florence, and we learned how to make this dish. And if you're a meat eater, sorry, Kara, if you're a meat eater, tonight's your night because I've got all sorts of wonderful things going on. Let me take you through the ingredients list real quick, okay? We're going to smash potatoes. We're going to serve smashed potatoes. We're going to have lemon butter carrots. Look at the carrots that I got from the market the other day. Those are awesome, okay? Lots of butter, lots of garlic, a little bit of lemon. Oh, by the way, we're going to do a Jason McClain olive oil infused with garlic.
Hang on for a sec, Jack. I got a couple people saying they've lost their connection. So what I'm going to do real quick here is I'm going to give us a new room. That happens from time to time here in technology. So everyone just hold on for 1 second and we'll get your room right back to you. It's a panic button. Bum, bum, bum. And we're back. All right. Hopefully that fixed some of your guys' chat challenges. And let's see if it comes back into you. We are back, rocking and rolling. Your bandwidth should pick itself right back up in just a couple of seconds, and we'll let everyone come on back, and Jack will join us again in just a second. He'll turn his stuff in gear, and we'll get right back into the moment we all live by. Can you go tell the kids to turn off all the TV set stuff for an hour?
Okay.
Yeah, no streaming.
No streaming?
No streaming.
Can she watch Apple TV?
No streaming.
Oh.
Yeah.
But even like
no streaming. No streaming. Nothing. No TV. My children got on the television, and they're engaging deep television moments. And when the children begin engaging lots of deep television moments, and Dad's doing a live stream webinar, the world begins to change. So I had to tell my kids, get off the television set.
They did.
Thank you. And that way we'll have more fun in that one. Jack, are you back with us, my friend? Let's see, Jackie Jack. There he is, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. All right, so like I was saying, we've got a great ingredients list: potatoes, carrots. I've made a little bouquet garni. I'm going to show you how to do this. What we're going to do is we're going to take our steak, but here is the piece of resistance, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to make steak Florentine with that bad boy. That is a 2.5 pound porterhouse right there. I am not going to tip it off. I did the other day with the chicken. I'm not going to do it this time. The beautiful Shelly Ann is like, keeping me straight on this thing, okay? We're going to grill this.
Don't drop it, Jack. Don't drop it.
No, we're good. But, hey. Again, I want to apologize to Kara. I know she's a vegetarian. I'm going to do a vegetarian dish tomorrow. Promise, okay? Steak Florentine. I want to get started, Jason, because I've got a little bit of time that I've got to cover. So I'm going to do the smashed potato first. Here, I've got Yukon Gold potatoes. And what I've done is I have boiled them till they're soft, and I've cooled them off. As a matter of fact, I put these in the refrigerator. And then what I did is I took a little paring knife, and I scored the potatoes on the side. And the reason I did that is because when you smash them, they smash a lot more prettily when you do this. I put this in a little plastic bag. I've got my bourbon glass, which I will break out, I promise you, later on tonight. And I'm just going to go down until they're about 1/4 inch thick. Look how beautiful that is. So I take it out of the bag and then put it directly on my baking sheet. Now, if there's a couple of pieces of potato left in the baking sheet, don't worry about it. It's okay. I'm going to do one more potato here. Just take it, put it in the bag. Take your glass. You can do this with a potato masher. Make certain when you're making the potatoes, when you're boiling the potatoes, you salt the water heavily. I'm talking about 2, 3, 4 tablespoons. It's critical in this dish because the flavor of the potato is going to change. So I'm going to do this, smash that thing down because it is smashed potatoes. And I'm going to put that now on the baking sheet, and I should be good. Now, take a look. As I throw this over here, my baking sheet is full of smashed potatoes. How am I going to make them delicious? I'm going to start with garlic infused olive oil. This is Jason McClain garlic infused olive oil, part of a whole chain of infused olive oils that Jason McClain makes, and they're all fabulous and delicious. And I'd say that in all truth. I mean, it sounds like I'm really kind of kidding off here, and I'm really not. His olive oil starts with really fantastic ingredients, and the infusions are wonderful. So I'm going to liberally take the garlic olive oil, and I'm going to liberally kind of soak these potatoes. Now, these potatoes are also going to get garlic confit.
Hey, Jack, if you put some more on there, I'll have to sell you another few bottles. And that may not be a bad thing.
Yes. Okay.
Yes.
Now, salt. You want to salt liberally. Okay. Salt liberally. I preheated the oven to 425 degrees. That's really important. Okay. A lot of salt. Potatoes need salt. Potatoes wake up with salt. Here's some freshly ground black pepper. Okay, and again, you want to give it the good drizzle, which means you got to be at least a foot off of the surface while you're doing this, okay? And now, these are ready to go into a 425 degree oven, and they're going to take about 25 to 30 minutes to bake. Okay? Now, no, not yet. No, the garlic doesn't go on yet, Shelly Ann. I'm the one cooking here.
That's a marriage that's beautiful to see, Jack. Every
It
time
is,
I think
22 years. Hey, wait a second. No, we're drinking because we're drinking tonight, okay? And sometimes you just need to. So what we're drinking first is we're starting out with Wheel in the Sky. Wheel in the Sky is a fabulous McClain Cellars. What is it, sweetheart?
It's a petite Verdot.
It's a petite Verdot,
One of my
okay?
favorites.
What we are going to be serving, though, with the steak tonight is Faithful Friend. Faithful Friend is a Cab blend with Petit Verdot, Merlot, Cab Franc, Malbec. It's absolutely delicious. You're going to absolutely love this wine. That's the label. The label's gorgeous, too, and I love this. And because all of our faithful friends are with us tonight, I thought this was kind of apropos for Saturday. So that's what we're going to do. I want to say hello to all of our friends out there tonight, Tim and Joyce and Sam and BA coming from Kentucky. And my sister Jeannie is with us tonight, who I just talked about. And don't do politics on Facebook, Jeannie, because it is the road to perdition. Please take my advice on this, okay? I hope my cousin Nancy is here. I really do, because I love her very much. She's the matriarch of my family.
Did you invite your entire family, Jack?
I hope so. You know what? So anyway, I just wanted to say good evening and hello to everybody, okay? Do you want to do a tasting or do you want to continue cooking? Because I'm easy.
I can do tasting. Let's
Do
go
a tasting and then throw it back to me because I will chop stuff in the interim, okay?
You chop, and then we're going to have some tasting. Hey,
It's a
now,
deal.
let's do
Okay.
some tastings. Are you ready? Boom.
Yep.
Might as well have them.
Might as well, if you're going to do it, you might as well do it at a good time.
Okay, we're back. All right, rock and roll. Jack, I'm turning your mic off for a second, and I'm saying, see you in a moment. Well, it's time for wine tasting. Sophie, do you enjoy wine?
Not really. Yes, I do.
I think you can go home with the children.
But I'm already home.
This is true. This is true. Well, welcome to our music room, my friends. And tonight we're going to go through some fun, enjoyable wines, and every one of you are going to enjoy something new. So right now, I just opened up a barrel sample of the 2018 Hope and Faith 100% Petite Syrah. One of the things that's really cool is I love a Petite Syrah. How many tonight love an amazing Petite Syrah? I know everyone does. Because if you don't, then, you're a poo-poo head. I want to do something real exciting because of that. And this particular Petite Syrah, let's taste it first. So here, cheers. Bottoms up.
Cheers.
Cheers. Such a beautiful, rich tannin on that one.
Very smooth.
It's getting better and better. This is the third year for Hope and Faith. The 16, the 17, this is the 18. It's a barrel sample. We haven't bottled it yet. Probably won't bottle it until end of the year or early next year, depending on how things go. But it's really come along great. If you're a Hope and Faith fan, you're going to pick it up once again. I was thinking about all these great wines. Hang on, I keep drinking. Hang on. Oh, it's yummy. That's good. I was thinking about all these great wines. One of the cool things I love about doing a vertical, going from year to year to year, is the different notes we pick up from every one of them. Up here is our Painted Dreams, our 18 version of that we've got. We do have our Sangiovese, the Timeless, the 18 version of that. Let's do a touch of that one right now as well. That'll be kind of fun. We had this one here on Wednesday night, and I know Wednesday nights. How many were here on Wednesday night's webinar? Let's ask Wednesday. If you were, put in the chat roll. I had so much fun that night, and I was hollering all evening long. And after the webinar, we did a Zoom call, and then I kind of lost all the next day. I think I just spent every moment thinking to myself, "Oh my gosh, can I drink any more?" So this is our new Sangiovese. Awesome, awesome, awesome in every single way. Getting better and better and better. That's right. That's the children coming back in again from running in the social distancing front yard, which is a really fun thing. So all these different verticals that we're doing are really starting to open up the palette of McClain Cellars. So we've got our 18 Sangiovese, we've got our 18 Petite Syrah For our 18, we've got a Syrah coming out. We have our 18 collection with a Malbec that we're going to be building and creating from that one. We've got 3 new cabs that we're creating. Not only the 2 that we currently have, Darcella and Sacred Love, but we're working on another one that will be coming out as well. But one of the cool things I really love doing is putting together a vertical tasting. So I've always thought to myself, wouldn't it be great if we all got together and literally got into a room, put a camera on you and on me and on Soph, went in the kitchen and did exactly what Jack is doing. And we cooked a meal together. So one of the things I want to do with all of us here is we're going to, later on today, I'm going to show you a real cool vertical program that we put together. And we've got a little dinner program that we put together that includes our visual flight rules Petite Sirah, our family values Petite Sirah, and our hope and faith Petite Sirah. 3 different Petite Sirahs. I'll bring it up to you a little bit later on this evening, but I'm going to ship you guys these 3 bottles of wine, all brand new, exciting, wonderful ones, and a couple of olive oils that we're going to put together. And we're going to go into the kitchen in a week and literally begin cooking ourselves. I want to get interactive. Let's all cook. Let's all eat. And the more we cook, the more we eat, then the more we drink, and the more we just do one of these numbers. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I love cooking and eating, don't you? I think it's fun.
And drinking.
And drinking. All right, what do you want to drink now?
Well, do you want to try cab?
Ooh, yes. This one is the new one. Now, I haven't even named this cab yet. We have 2 cabs, Darcella and Sacred Love, and they're stupid good. Darcella is a family wine. Sacred Love is a reserve wine. You guys know that all too well. But this one is the newest one that's coming to the McClain collection. I love cabs. I love Petite Sirahs, so I've got a 3rd one. And why do I make so many? Well, Sandra, it's kind of for you. Because the truth of the matter is, you need another bottle of Faithful Friend. Wine away. There we go. Wine away. I'm good, and I'm spilling wine all day long. So much fun. So we've got the wine away, and that helps out with spilling rugs. That calls for a wine gadget. Natalie, let's tell our friends about wine gadgets. Ready for a wine gadget? Wine gadget segment here. All right, now let's talk about our wine gadget, and this is called Wine Away. Have you ever used Wine Away? Well, I just did right here on my carpet because I spilled the wine. This wonderful little juicy stuff is absolutely the best thing since pockets and sliced bread. You can spray it, and you can even put it on your body and bathe with it. I used to love bathing with Wine Away, and I would just put it like a little deodorant. Maybe I put it down on my shoes. It always is yummy. And the more you can, if you drink it, that may not be a good idea, but it does get off all the stains from wine.
Hey, it smells like orange too.
It smells like good oranges. Jack, you're back.
I am back. Hello. Okay, so what we've done is we put our smashed potatoes.
Address the Wine Away comment.
I'm not going to address the Wine Away
I
comment.
was right in the middle of it.
The bath of Wine Away, okay? I mean, do you know what's in Wine Away? It's citrus. It's going to give you that April fresh smell. I know that about it, okay? It's going to be beautiful. Now, having said that.
Yes, it does, Sandra. It does cure COVID-19. It does.
Oh,
Yeah.
Mark Barley came up with a name for our dish. Mark Barley is calling it the Quarantine Florentine. I love that. Mark.
I think it's the best. The Quarantine Florentine. Here's to Mark Barley and Quarantine Florentine. I hope you're drinking right now, Mark, because if you're not, hey, Mark, aren't you coming on tonight's show? Yes.
Good. Jason, what is this?
Is a popcorn nugget.
It's a garlic clove. You were so close.
That's a popcorn nugget. I am
This is
eating
a garlic
popcorn.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to make a garlic confit to rub onto our steak. So I'm going to do,
Nice.
good fellas. Do you remember the scene in the prison where the guy is slicing the garlic with the razor blade? This is essentially the same thing. I'm taking a knife And what I'm doing is I'm taking really tiny slices of this garlic clove. That's about 20 slices to the garlic clove. And I'm putting it into butter. I've melted the butter and I've heated it up. Take a look at this bad boy. This is going to be so much fun. I lost you for a second. What happened here? Are you with me? Can you hear me? Do you hear me now? There it is. Okay, so look at butter and garlic, salt and pepper. Okay, let that sit on your stove for about 20 minutes. What it's going to become is it's going to become glorious. I promise you. Okay, now we're going to make carrots too. So look at the size of the carrots I got from the market the other day. This is awesome. Okay, and my sister Randy loves carrots. So what I'm going to do is I'll take this big boy. I'm going to cut it in half. I'm going to take the other slice of it. I'm going to cut it in half. Then I'm going to cut them on the bias. What does that mean? What I'm going to do is I'm going to cut them on an angle. Okay, and there's two reasons why I cut them on the angle. First of all, they're prettier when you cook them, and second of all, they kind of sort of cook a little faster. And with carrots, you don't want to serve them real soft. You want them a little bit al dente, firm to the tooth. That's really important. So, carrots in the pan. And what I'm going to do once the carrots are in the pan is I'm going to put a little of our stock in there. Now, Shelly Ann will tell you, because she is all-seeing and all-knowing, Shelly Ann will tell you that my stocks on my stoves are usually on there for at least a couple of months. And the technique that I learned specifically from watching chefs in Singapore cook, because they make this national dish. It's called Singapore chicken. And what they do is they take chicken and they put it in a pot and they boil it. And it sounds so plain and boring, but the stock that they put that chicken in is sometimes years old. And what they do is they just keep reconstituting it. It reduces, and then they put more stuff in it, and they put more herbs in it. And it lasts sometimes for generations. The same kind of thing that I've got on my stove, and I've had my stock on my stove for about 2 months now, okay? What happens with chicken stock when you've had it on the oven for a long time is it turns kind of a burnished brown, okay? And it really increases the flavor. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take 3 ladles of the stock, and it's continuously cooking until my wife tells me I've got to turn off the stove at night, okay? And then I got to get out of bed at 2 o'clock in the morning and turn my stock back on, because that's who I am. And she's going, yes, you do. All right, so I've got that on. I've got my carrots on. And so now we've got the garlic confit. We've got the carrots, which are going to reduce a little bit in this beautiful chicken stock, and the smashed potatoes in the oven. And the next thing we're going to do is we're going to start prepping the steak. Here's what we're going to do before we do any of that is we're going to start drinking some wine. And remember, what we're going to be serving tonight is Faithful Friend with the steak. My wife is saying, I want the bottle that's open. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to give her this one. Note the hand in the frame. That would be Shelly Ann.
You already have some.
And I'm going to get more. Thank you. I appreciate that. She says, you already have some. Like I care. All right. This is a wine drinking show, isn't it, Jason?
It is most certainly a wine drinking show, sir. This is a wine drinking show, cooking show, and being stupid show. And you're cooking it, we're all drinking it, and I think that I'm the one being stupid, which is kind of a fun thing to do. It is Saturday night, for goodness gracious sake. You know, we're sitting here, Jack, as you know all too well, and we're dealing with this situation with the coronavirus. And we're all stuck in here. Do you believe, honestly, this is going to be the real new normal? That we'll be doing things like this, not just for, naturally for several weeks, maybe a few months going forward, but what's your prognosis for this being something that we always do for years and years to come? I think it's fun to just literally be at home, relax, not shave, bathe, which is a good thing, and drink lots of wine profusely. Listen, there's no DUIs, right? No one's getting stupidly drunk in public, so you can't get arrested.
Right.
And so I'm thinking that this is not a bad thing. What do you think,
No,
Jack?
you know what I got to tell you.
At home. Safety first.
Yes, I thought the crossing guard.
I agree with you. I agree with both of you. You know, what we're doing right now is we're creating a brand new social consciousness. I mean, that's really the bottom line here. And it's, you don't have to, we've got friends in from Illinois, Kentucky, Northern California, and this is wonderful. This is a great way to share who we are, how we love, what we do, and most importantly, it's a way to connect with people. And I think this is there. If you're looking for the silver lining in the cloud, this is the silver lining in the cloud. I want to mention one important thing. The ingredients that I used in my kitchen tonight came from a delivery service called Instacart. I want to call everyone's attention to instacart.com. These came from Stater Brothers. Now, there's a whole other story about Stater Brothers, which I'm going to tell in just a second, okay? But it's important that you understand that if you want your groceries delivered to you, and then what you can do is they put them on the porch, and you can sterilize them or clean them the way you see fit, and all those kinds of things.
We Lysol every box that we get, Jack.
Yeah, and it's important to do that, at least for the time being. Okay?
And they also spray the driver who brings stuff to us.
Oh, we always spray the driver.
Right.
The driver, they always spray the driver. Matter of fact, you put the spray directly into the driver's eyeballs,
Right.
and that
Right.
really makes them happy.
You get that.
And yesterday, Jack, and he was like spraying for things, and I saw him, and he says, "Hi." Hello, I sprayed with Lysol. And he said, "Thank you."
You know, the other thing is, what I do is I just take weed and feed, and I put it into the hose. And I hope people love it. Okay. I mean, make it simple. All right. I mean, you got to get close with Lysol. Seriously.
Dude, Lysol rocks. It really does.
We are growing herbs in our garden. We have fruit coming up. Are we going to cook tomorrow? You and I are going to cook together tomorrow. Am I going to cook tomorrow? Because
You're cooking. I'm cooking with you.
Because Kara is listening. We're going to make a delicious vegetarian dish.
We're going to do a vegan vegetarian dish for Kara and Vaughn.
Okay. Kara and Vaughn.
You're the man.
Very pleased with this.
Kara's a vegan. She has a disease. She has a disease. Yes, she does. She has a disease, and it's a difficult one. And it's worse than coronavirus.
Okay.
You think to yourself, how could one be worse than this pandemic? But Kara, well, God bless her. Let's have a moment of silence for Kara for a second. All right, yeah. She doesn't eat animal flesh of any sort of nature. She only eats things that grow out of her backyard. And she drinks lots of wine. That's why I like her, because she is a classic alcoholic, and admittedly so. So tomorrow, 1:00 show in the afternoon is going to be a cooking show dedicated to Kara. Yes.
We're going to kick them off with artichokes tomorrow.
Ooh,
From
baby.
garden. See these two bad boys?
I love it.
Produces artichokes like nobody's business. So what we're going to make, we're going to make a pasta dish with artichokes as the starter. Okay, so
Nice.
a little pre-saging what might happen tomorrow. So we've got everything cooking right now. The carrots are going really well. The confit, the garlic confit's coming together. I've got the smashed potatoes in the oven right now. We're at about we're coming up to 10 minutes with the smashed potatoes, and in about 5 minutes or so, we're going to start showing you how to make steak Florentine. And at that point in time, Jason, just hand it to me, because it's going to be smoky and fiery and crazy, because we're doing it on the stovetop, and I don't have a hood above me, and I got all sorts of explanations for that, okay? So if you want to taste wine, now's a good time.
Love it.
Wine.
Right. We'll go back to wine. So listen, I think I've been asked for by every single person here that's in our chat roll, that's engaged in what we do, that has fun. And I'm gonna adjust that there a little bit so Jack can work on what he's working on. I've been asked by everybody. Last show we did, we were asked profusely, "Hey, when can I get some olive oils?" Right? And Jack, maybe a lot of your friends were saying, "Where are the olive oils at?" I was asked from a lot of people, "What do we have that we can do for Easter?" Because Easter's coming up here in 2 weeks. I was on Wednesday night's Drunken Fest. I was asked by many of our friends that, hey, I want to get a case of this or a case of that. Kara, for example, and I think it was Philip and Karen, wonderful, wonderful people, said, listen, we need to get stocked up on some things, and you guys have these specials, because I ended the wine stimulus package. If you guys didn't get a stimulus package from all those new wines, the party's over. The orders are we closed them off so that we can release them one by one. And I said to myself, I got to create some solution to help people drink more consistently. I have Easter coming up. I have a dinner party I want to do with all of us with several petite sirahs. I want to do wine tastings again. And one of the cool things I thought would be really, really cool to do is for us to actually pretend that we're back in our Laguna Beach tasting lounge or in our new Santa Barbara location in Buellton, or literally in the next idea being in our new location that we're working on another place on, which I won't mention right now, but we're still in negotiations on. And the cool thing is, I'm going to go ahead and mute your microphone there, Jack, because I keep hearing you back and forth on things. So I said to myself, you know what? There's got to be a better idea of getting people love on a way that kind of helps us all get more love. So I figured, what do you do when you're stuck at home in coronavirus time and you need a movie? What do? You need a bottle of wine and you need some popcorn things. And then I said to myself, what's one of my funnest tasting things I've ever done in my entire life with wine, besides drinking it right now, is a vertical tasting. You remember last week or a week ago before that, I said to everybody, wouldn't it be cool to do the 16 versus the 17 Promise Keeper, 16 versus 17 Purpose Road, Sangiovese, or Timeless 16, 17 Summer Breeze, take all these wines and do a nice vertical tasting in times. So I woke up this morning at 6 in the morning, I think it was. And that's actually impressive considering the fact that I was drinking heavily last night, which is kind of a common thing that I do with my wife. That's why we're so happily married for so many years. She is as much of a lush as I am. I figured, you know what, why don't I do this? And so I woke up this morning and I start writing down ways to just get things in gear. I've got a ton of bottles of wine, a ton of barrels of wine. I mean, not a ton. I got like thousands of tons of wine across the board. I think there's like almost 10,000 gallons up in our Santa Barbara Buellton location that we can't wait to open up. And I think there's probably about 1,200 cases in our Irvine location. That's there all at temperature, waiting to get things in gear. And of course, what's ever in Laguna Beach, which is just kind of waiting for us to get in gear. So I woke up at 6 in the morning. I went into my garage. I pulled out a black canvas. I pulled out bottles. I pulled out packages. I started writing things up and creating a program that would give 40% off, 50% off to everybody for packages. A lot of you want to buy a case of Promise Keeper, the 2017. And for those of you who want a case of Promise Keeper 2017, send me an email to jason@McClainCellars.com. I will send you a special coupon that will discount that one time only at 50% off the price of the 2017 Promise Keeper for a case. A half price special. Only those who watch this webinar tonight can get the half price special for the 2017 Promise Keeper, which is our new Barbera with a touch of Sangiovese. It's stupid yummy, delightfully good. If you like the Promise Keeper from 16, you want the 17 Promise Keeper, I'll give you any one of this webinar a 50% discount. If you drop me an email this evening, it says, I want Promise Keeper. If you got that in gear, I'll respond to you with a private coupon that only you can use, only one time. Will take 50% off of the retail price of that Promise Keeper. And you'll just like cry with a loving moment all day long. So that's my love back to everybody. So that's a, nice, hear the applause just rolling so big. You hear the applause?
Yeah, I hear
It's
them.
great.
I hear them.
But that's for the Promise Keeper world. But let's say you don't want a case of Promise Keeper, but you're thinking to yourself, you need movie nights, you need something else. You need something which is a new idea for a new package. So from 6 a.m. until literally 6:59 p.m., I was working together on a new cool idea to offer something new and something different to absolutely each and every single one of you. So, Natalie, show the packages. I've now put together a bunch of really cool packages. I'm actually going to go as far as take those packages and put them up onto my screen so you guys can all get an idea of what they look like and how they see it. So I'm going to turn on my screen right now and show you these really cool, exciting packages. Dun, dun, dun. Let's see if I can do that. Maybe I can't because I'm not sure to do that. Sharing screen, go to that page. Nope, you can't do that one. Let's see. I've never done that before because I'm not that smart. Anyway, you can see them right over there. I was trying to get the thing to show on my screen, but it won't show for some reason. But that's called technology. Anyway, there in your chat roll, you've got a link to a stupidly cool and amazing at-home wine tasting kit special. On that wine tasting kit special, I have gone ahead and taken pictures, set things up. Everything is up to 40% off across the board. If you take a look at all that wonderful stuff, you'll see you've got your at-home tasting kits, your specialty wine tasting kits, your all or nothing wine programs, and your olive oil and vinegar programs. Dun, dun, dun. You've got your Laguna wine flight, your Canyon wine flight, your Master's wine flight, and your Reserve. All of those are available for anyone who wants one of those kits right now. Engage. It all includes the free shipping, so no issues in that respect. And they're all marked down about 40%, some are more, some are less, across the board. It includes the entire flight of the current tasting menu at McClain Cellars, plus a wonderful candle for all of our regular tasting kits. Our specialty ones are Family Movie Night, Reserve Movie Night, Gift for a Friend wine flight, because everyone's saying, listen, I got a friend, I want to share McClain Cellars with them. I need some kind of kit, maybe a couple bottles of wine, something simple, maybe a popcorn or two that I can send off to them and discount it and get it in motion. These will give you discounts above and beyond your wine club membership. And those are available. And of course, save me a buck. Give me something inexpensive. I'm going to buy a couple of bottles and be done. On top of that, the all or nothing program, dinner for two. The dinner for two package is going to be the program we're going to all do together next week. So if you pick up the dinner for two package, you'll have the Petite Sirahs. You've already got those 3 bottles of wine in our Petite Sirah for the dinner for two package. You don't need to buy the package. You'll be good to go, but you'll need the olive oils as well, because the dish we're going to create together is going to let you use our olive oils and use the wine and have fun cooking. And we have the fun thing called the Coronavirus Survival Kit. Now, what is the Coronavirus Survival Kit? Well, our Coronavirus Survival Kit is pretty cool. What that gives you is the ability to pick a wonderful collection of wines. And those wines include, I'm a scroller, sorry, a lot of scrolling. It includes your delightful vertical tastings for Promise Keeper, 16 and 17. It includes Summer Breeze, 16 and 17 vertical. Purpose Road, 16 and 17 vertical. Family Values, 16 and 17 vertical. Hope and Faith, 16 and 17 vertical. Plus truffle popcorn, couple great wine glasses, and a candle to sift out the moment, enjoy while you're drinking. Because the more you smell good, the more things that smell, the more you'll drink. That's also a very, very, very good thing. And that's available. You'll notice every single one of those programs are set up and engaged with wine club prices and non-wine club prices. So if you're not in the wine club and you want that price, click on the link that's there, go over to the wine club, sign up for free. Nothing else you have to do is just say, yes, I want to buy wine, and come back to the page and pick out the kits that you want. The olive oil and vinegar is also available in a little kit. We have the olive oil starter kit with 3 bottles. We've got the olive oil and vinegar kit with 3 olive oils, 5 olive oils and 3 vinegars, and the gourmet olive oil kit, which is basically Jack, with a bunch, every single one of the olive oils and vinegars that we've got here at McClain Cellars. So that's available. That's up. Natalie put it up to every single one of you guys. You can pick that up, click on it, and literally start drinking more wine, because nothing a good idea of a good kit. What do you think, Jack?
I think it's fabulous. I've got nothing to sell. I'm just going to cook. Is that okay with you? Drink. by all means, drink.
You have it, Jack. You're cooking.
I'm in.
And
Okay.
we opened the hook. We opened the.
We opened the faithful friend, and it's
Oh
absolutely
my God.
freaking awesome. I must tell you. Okay. So here we go. Just to sum up, we put the smashed potatoes in the oven. They take about 25, 30 minutes. We've got our beautiful carrots that are sliced on the bias. Okay, carrots right here. I've got my garlic and buttered confit, which is simply just butter, salt, pepper, and thinly sliced garlic. And now here is the piece of resistance. I am going to start cooking the steak Florentine. Okay, now here's the key to this issue. You wouldn't think so, right? But take a look at this thing, okay? That's a little, you'd call it an herb bouquet, okay? But what I've done is I've taken some butcher's twine and I put it all together. And this is going to be a brush, which I'm going to brush into the garlic. And as the steak cooks, I am going to brush the steak with this little thing. Now, you wouldn't think that this would make a lot of difference, but it makes a huge difference, okay? So let's saute our steak Florentine. You can't have too much salt. Meat loves salt. So what I'm doing is I'm using kosher salt, freshly ground black pepper. I'm slapping it a few times, and here it is. I'm going to use some of our infused garlic. Turn it over, do the same thing. Now, I'm cooking this on the stove. I'm going to warn you now, it's going to be noisy and smoky. This usually goes out on a brazier. Like I said, we've had an opportunity to spend a lot of time in Florence. And when you go in and you have steak Florentine in Florence, as many of you know, if you've been to Florence, they have these wonderful wood fires on a brazier. They put the steak on there, and it's absolutely fantastic. We're going to miss a couple of elements because we don't have the wood or charcoal and all that kind of stuff, but we're going to be able to actually really enhance the flavor because we can control how it works. Now, we're going to cook this steak rare. Florentines love this steak rare. As a matter of fact, if you overcook it, what they do is they send it back and they say, hey, listen, show me something that's a little weird, okay? Now, the hoo-hooing sound that you heard in the background is Shelly Ann.
Her sister.
And her sister, my dear sister, Randy, who like it to actually make a sound when you cut into it. Okay? Yeah, that's it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn on my center vent. I have a center vent stove. My stove has a vent that vents
Poor girl,
in the
Kimmy
center.
Rose is on.
Okay? So, you know, the funny thing about the center vent stove is that it's worth the powder it would take to blow it to hell. It's not going to change anything other than the fact that I'm going to have to repaint my ceiling in about 2 weeks. So, another thing that's important before you put the meat on the brazier. I want to say hi to Kimmy, who's just joined us. Kimmy! Miss you, baby. Hello, Michael. This has to be at room temperature. Cold steak doesn't work. What you end up having is cold steak in the middle of the steak, okay? And so, if you can hear the vent in the background, we're about to do this. Now we're going to put this on our grill pan, and here we go. Now, if I've done this right, and I've really preheated this thing, this should be about 600 degrees on the surface. I'm going to keep it here for about 2.5 minutes before I turn it. I don't want the 4-grid grill line here. What I want essentially is I want to make certain that I've got grill lines going through the whole thing, and I'll finish it in the oven. What I'm going to do when I turn it over in 2.5 minutes is I'm going to take my little brush. Now, what's in the brush? So I've got sage, and I've got rosemary, and I've got thyme in the brush, okay? So what I'm going to do, and they all came from the garden. Thank you, Shelly Ann. My wife has a green thumb. We started in the garden, and we will end in the garden. There's something profound about that, I think. And I'm not exactly certain why. I just lost a little bit of time there, and I burned my thumb, but how about that? We're just cooking. We're cooking live, okay? Now,
Hey Jack, your bandwidth seems to be kind of going a little bit poopy doopy there. So make sure that no one's over there streaming anything on your bandwidth. It's kind of slow on quality wise, buddy.
All right,
Just
I will make certain that we're all good to go. Okay. I don't know why nothing's on, so we're checking our entire system.
Are you on? Or are you always on?
Yes.
Because sometimes I can see you when you're on, and then sometimes I can see when you're not on, and then I smell when you're on, and then I just kind of feel like I'm just died and went to heaven.
Well, if we had smell-o-vision here, I'm telling you, this would be really good. All right. So you can see that we're making a lot of smoke. That's good. That's good stuff. If we're on a brazier, if we're on some kind of a barbecue device or all that kind of stuff, we can certainly do that. Okay. This is my most favorite cut of meat on the face of the earth. There they are.
The trumpet.
The trumpet.
Oh, sorry. Was that me?
Yeah, I think.
Jack, nothing beats someone with a trumpet while you're cooking. I just figured we'd make sure that while that's sizzling, I gave you music to sizzle by. Are you in?
Yes, sir. I am definitely in. Now, as my picture improved, can you see me now?
I can see you now. Yes, you're still here. Go ahead, Jack.
Okay, good. All right. So we're about 2 minutes into this initial grill. I'm going to keep it on for about 30 seconds. The beautiful Shelly Ann just came in the frame right now. Okay. She actually put makeup on, washed her hair, and all that kind of stuff. So she's only showing us her lovely arms right now, which is a little bizarre because she's lovely all over. So if you want to show more than your arms, you go ahead, young lady. Okay.
I need wine away.
This is what we're going to do. We're 2 minutes and 30 seconds into this thing. All right. Now, let me show you the grill marks. The grill marks are fabulous. Look at those things. Oh, my God. It's awesome. If I turn it over. Now, watch me. This is important. I have my garlic confit. I take my little brush, and I'm brushing this steak with my herb brush, my sage and my thyme and my rosemary, which came from our garden. Shelly wants it. Came from our garden. Came from our garden. Okay. Be liberal. When you see a lot of steak Florentines, people are going to ask, can I do this with dry herbs? Yes. Make certain that your dry herbs are about maybe a teaspoon and a half, not too terribly much more. Reconstitute them in butter because butter will make them nice and soft, and then you can smear them on your steak. It's important that you get an idea that this can be done with anything. I was talking a little bit about Instacart before. Your groceries can get delivered to you. Ask what local services are. These came from Stater Brothers. The funny story is, of course, that I know everybody at Stater Brothers because I shop there every day, and which is a source of high amusement to Shelly Ann. So I call my friends Renee or Pete or Jason, and I say, hey, Pete, who's the meat guy, hey, I need this kind of meat and all this kind of stuff. He puts it together, he puts it into my bag, and then that's what gets delivered, okay? Make certain that you're, especially in this day and age, that you are making a relationship with your purveyors, okay? It takes so little, and they're so grateful, and they do so much more for you if you do that. Okay, so we're about 2 minutes on the other side. We've got beautiful marbling on this side, beautiful marbling on the other side. What I'm going to do is I'm going to turn this over real quick. I'm going to do a brush on the side that we just cooked. Now remember, this is a big piece of meat, 2.5 pounds. It's going to take a little while. So don't worry about it, okay? Take your time with this. It's still going to be rare if you want to rare, okay? So I've got the butter brush on this, and now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it, I'm going to put it in the oven, 425 degrees. I'm going to put it underneath my potatoes. And why do I do that? I'm going to do that because it's going to flavor the potatoes too. I want that kind of meaty flavor in the potatoes. Here we go. So Here we go.
Hey, Jack. Hey, Jack. How many pounds is that now? Did you say 2.5 pounds?
Pounds of meat, sir. 2.5, close to 3.
Wow, you like a lot of meat, don't you, Jack?
Here's the deal. I'm going to serve the beautiful Randy. I'm going to serve the beautiful Shelly Ann, and I'm going to serve myself.
Boy, Jack, I wish Sophie and I were there to eat your meat.
I wish you were here too. Now, by the way, I got to tell you,
more exciting than eating Jack's meat. That's a lot of meat.
I am
That's a lot of meat. Sandra agreed. Jack, you got a lot of beef there.
I'm wearing and carrying a couple of really interesting items. First of all, there is my dish top. Okay. Now, if you want me to, I will reveal what it says on the dish top.
Yes, Jack. Yes, Jack.
Are there children in the room?
No, just you, Jack.
Okay, just me. And
It's
it
gonna be
says,
backwards.
it's going to be backwards. It says, bitch, I am the secret ingredient. And
That goes good with your meat.
I have a tasting spoon. Now,
Kimmy.
I'm not going to do that from the beautiful Kimmy, the delicious Kimmy. And I am not going to reveal to you what's on the inside of the tasting spoon, but I will take a picture of it. And if you email me or text me or Facebook me later, I will tell you what's in the inside of this tasting spoon. Now, what I'm going to do with the tasting spoon is I'm going to taste a little bit of the garlic confit.
Hey, did you disinfect that tasting spoon, Jack, with the quarantine? A little Lysol?
Oh.
How did you get Lysol into the sauce?
Oh.
Hey, Shelly Ann, do that again. It's cool to watch you like grab his. Oh, that's so wonderful. Are his hands soft like I thought they were?
Why, yes, they are.
That's some COVID-19 for yourself.
All right, so here's the deal.
Hey, we're quarantined together, so
We're going to put it together, Jason. We're going to put it all together in about 5 minutes.
Love it.
Back to me in about 5 minutes, okay?
I love it.
Love you too.
Loving it. All right, we're going off from Jack, and we're coming back to Jason and Sophie and saying, hey, guess what? We're back. You know what we're going to do right now, Sophie?
Drink wine.
We're going to drink wine. Time for wine again. I think it's time. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Let's do it. Who's your mama? Who's your daddy? Who's your mama and your daddy and your mama and your daddy and your mama and your daddy? I said your mama was here and your daddy was not. Well, how was that?
Impressive.
You like that one? So what do we do when we drink wine? The most important thing to drink wine is to lift up the glass with your hand. Now, I need everyone to follow along. It's very important. Sophie, you can follow along with me. It's very important. I'm going to teach you properly how to drink McClain Cellars wine. First thing you do is you lift up your chin. A good stiff upper lip is very important. Very good chin to lift.
How far?
No, this one, up that way. Yes.
That way.
Yes.
That way is okay.
And then you lift your glass up
Okay.
so you can see it. That's why your chin's been lifted up. You lift it up nice and tall, and you say, I like the color. You swirl it a little bit, and all you have to say is, nice color.
Nice color.
That's it. That doesn't matter if you know what the heck you're talking about or not.
I have no idea why I'm speaking with the English accent.
Me neither. But it doesn't matter as long as you say nice color. Then smell it. Ooh. Now name 3 fruits.
Canned peaches.
Canned peaches. Canned peaches.
I was joking.
Okay, no canned peaches. Okay, plum, apricot,
Blackberry.
blackberry,
Dark cherry.
dark cherry. It doesn't matter if you're right or wrong. Just say these words. Just say you smell these things. That's all that matters. And then
You clink.
you swirl again.
The no clinking.
This is about making sure people think you're important. You swirl again. And then you say, look at the legs. Say it. Look at the legs.
Look at the legs.
That means you're inquisitive. Just pretending you are inquisitive. Now that's intelligent. Then You take a sip, but don't swallow. Put it in your mouth. And swish the wine around your mouth.
Or you swallowed it already.
I had to speak. If not, I'd be swishing and spitting out everybody. So you put the wine in your mouth and you swiddle. Then you go yum 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 yum. Go like this. Go. If you go like this, people will think you know what you're talking about. Now you look at me, winemaker, winery owner, family band, yada yada yada, and you actually think I know what I'm talking about. Well, the truth of the matter is, I just like to drink really good wine. And so is my wife. We don't know what we're talking about until we drink wine. Don't you agree? I think you're the same way. Why am I shouting?
I have no idea.
I don't either, but shouting's fun. Okay, drink up and cheers to you. We're going to drink this brand spanking new wine.
Clinking.
Oh, clinking.
You have a clinking now.
Colonel Clink is here. Clinking. Yes, drinking. God, it's good.
Very nice.
I make good wine.
Very
This
nice.
does not suck in any capacity whatsoever. I am loving it in every single way. It's simple. You smell it? Oh, it's delightful. It's like the breath of fresh air. Like you open up the window and you didn't get any coronavirus in there. But meanwhile, I digress. Now that I've taught you clearly how good the wine is, I taught you clearly how to drink wine. I've proven to you that I can dress better than anybody else's business at any other time. I've proven to you that my wife is beautiful. Take a spin. Ladies and gentlemen, Sophia McClain, the spinner, the best spinner in the world. I need you to do a very important thing. Are you ready for this? I need you to do the most important thing in the entire world. It is to make sure you have more wine in your glass. Please do this. Find a bottle, open up, turn, and pour. Hear that sound? That is the sound of real goodness. Enjoying your moment. Yes, it is.
Should we go back to Jack? How's he
No,
doing?
Jack's just doing his thing. He's engaging. When Jack
Okay.
is ready, he'll let us know. Until then, I'm going to engage.
Oh, no problem.
So listen, how many of you have picked
We're good.
Sorry, what's that?
Is-
He's good.
Are you back?
Yeah.
Look at Jack. Ladies and gentlemen, Jack is back.
Steak Florentine. And look, did you see the hands? Did you see the fingers? Okay. Now, this is a porterhouse steak. So what is a porterhouse steak? Well, this is a filet mignon, and this is a New York strip, right? So you got the filet part here, New York strip here. You have to let this rest for at least 5 minutes. That's critical. And I'll tell you why. We've seared the outside of it, and you want those juices to kind of climb back into the middle of the meat. Even though this is going to be seriously rare, and if it's not serious, Jesus, and if it's not seriously rare,
Wait, Kimmy, can I hear a whoop whoop?
I am in
Whoop,
deep
whoop.
trouble if it's not seriously rare. So here's the deal. I'm going to let this rest for 5 minutes. I'm going to finish up my carrots. Now the carrots, our son Blake just walked in. He's maintaining social distancing, which I love about him. And he's wearing a mask. Or someone's here to rob us, one or the other thing. Oh, no, it's Blake. It's all right. Okay. So let's finish the carrots. Now, the reason I want to finish the carrots in front of you is because I have made this absolutely fantastic garlic confit. Now, I want you to take a look. Shelly-Ann, would you tilt the screen down there? Look at the brown on the garlic here. So what you've taken out of the garlic is that sharpness, and you've added sweetness and a nut-like flavor, and it's going to go on everything as we finish it. This is not a low-calorie, friends. If you're looking for low-calorie cooking, you need to go to the Galloping Gourmet. And I just dated myself because when he got diabetes, he became really skinny and all those kinds of things. I, on the other hand, do not have those problems at this particular point in time. And so I'm going to cook the way I want to cook. Having said that, I'm going to take a tablespoon, excuse me a moment, pardon my back, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to take a tablespoon and I'm going to pour a little bit of this beautiful clarified butter onto the carrots, okay? Now here's the other best part. I have got, now the lemon is really important in this dish because the lemon will take the place of salt. I'm not going to salt the carrots at all, and there's a reason I do that. It's because I want everybody to understand that 3 ingredients, lemons, 4 ingredients, lemons, butter, carrots, and garlic. That's all you need, okay? So I'm going to take my knife, which is here. I am going to slice into this beautiful lemon. This lemon came from our garden because we have like 6 citrus trees in our garden, which is kind of crazy. I mean, we're in California, and so we're taking advantage of it. Now, what I want to show you is you don't have to put a screen or a mesh on it. These are a lot of seeds in this, so just take your hand and squeeze the lemon into your palm like this. All the seeds will fall into your palm. Thank you, baby. All the seeds will fall into your palm, and you want about...
Jay, you do a good job of squeezing things there.
Thank you, sir.
I've never seen anyone squeeze just the way you do. You're a proper squeezer.
You know, Jason, you distracted me, and there's a seed in my carrots. For God's sake, man. Okay, so anyway, I'm going to take the seed out, and I'm just going to mix this around.
Oops.
There's a leaper. There's a carrot down. Okay, so I'm going to turn off my heat on both of these burners. I'm going to give a little bit of the carrot to Shelly Ann. I'm going to say, baby, taste this. Does it need salt, pepper, whatever? Okay. Hot.
Perfect.
Perfect. There you go. Unsolicited testimony. Now, how do we deal with this? So,
Jack, you did a good scream there. Can you do that again for Sophie and I?
When you say hot,
you guys.
I want to hear you scream again.
Ow!
There you go. Now we're having fun.
I knew that I would now.
Yes.
Yes.
Now we're cooking with gas.
So now what I'm going to do is, this is how they serve steak Florentine in Tuscany, okay? Wherever that might be, Florence, Tuscany notwithstanding. We're going to take the steak out of the pan. This is okay. I'm gonna say, look at this thing. And it's rare. Look at that. That's awesome. I'm going to cut the steak off of the bone. Okay? So, no, stop. Okay? You're going to get the bone later on. For God's sake, woman, relax yourself. All right. So, first things first. I'm going to cut the New York side all the way down. Follow the line of the bone. Honey, get me a serving platter behind me, would you please? Thank you. And I'm going to cut the fillet side. And like I said, this is very, very traditional in Tuscany. Now, if you don't like really rare meat, I want to show you what I mean by rare meat. That's rare, okay?
Yay. Yay.
My sister-in-law just said, yay. So what I want to do...
Is it still moving, Jack?
It's close, baby. It's close. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cook a little bit. Wait a minute now. I still got the potatoes to take out, so hang on a moment. All right, so I'm going to take this. This is the filet mignon side right here. I'm going to take this. This is the New York side right here. Put that on the other side of the plate. Oops. Other side of the plate. I'm trying to make it pretty. but it's not working. Okay, wait. So I got my brush and I'm gonna brush it with a little bit of butter.
So good.
And that is steak Florentine. Show them, Shelly Ann, how beautiful that is. Wow.
Don't drop it, Shelly Ann.
Don't drop it, Shelly Ann.
I'm
And
not Jack.
later on, she gets to chew on that.
Oh, that's a moment. So, hang on, I've never heard someone say later on she can chew on that. That's
Now,
just
I'm gonna
something
finish.
I'm a little concerned about because this is a
I'm gonna
PG
finish our
13
carrots
episode.
too. Now our carrots get a little bit of the garlic. Okay, they've already got that beautiful lemon juice, and they've gotten the stock. The stock is kind of sort of coming to the carrots, and they're not soft. What they are is they're a little toothsome. They're not hard, mind you. They're not gonna crunch, but they're gonna be very, very happy. You're gonna be very happy with those. We're gonna take one of our little serving things here. Put these on the side. Now, we have the piece of resistance coming up, and I want you guys to be excited about smashed potatoes. And you might be thinking, smashed potatoes, what's the big deal? This is the big deal. Watch me. These are the smashed potatoes. Look at that bad boy. Look at the brown on those. Now, the way you know that you've got these done.
Hey, Jack, your signal's a little bit weak there, buddy. Unfortunately, for a lot of us, it's kind of blurry.
Okay, well, let me see if we can reconstitute somehow, okay?
You got constitutions?
I do.
Hold that thought for a second, Jack. One way to help you reconstitute yourself is to take you off camera for a couple of seconds and let you get reconstituted.
Okay.
So hold that thought, and we'll kick you out for a second. And we're going to come right back to you as we enjoy some wonderful wine and come back to the world. And then, Jack, you can give us all of our final moments together. So where do we begin to think about our world that we're living in today? I think the most important thing as we begin to wrap up our night are probably 7 things that we should make sure we all go over. I think the first thing, Sophia, is to make sure that everyone is still drinking McClain Cellars wine and drinking profusely and enjoying themselves tremendously. Agreed?
Oh, I agree.
Great. Number 2, to address the elephant in the room, we're all stuck in our houses and we're all engaging this world. I'm dressed up like a pilot named Indiana Jones, and my wife's got rabbit ears on her head.
Well, this was a cat ears.
Oh, cat ears.
Yeah.
Cat ear could be good. And we're drinking. But the truth of the matter is we're all stuck here because of this national pandemic. And a lot of people who aren't as fortunate as we are stuck in their homes or in a hospital or on a ventilator. So I want to take a moment, which I do on all these broadcasts, and just take a second for all of us to realize how truly blessed we are, how truly fortunate we are. And as much as we giggle around and laugh and be silly and make fun of each other all day long and have a blast, there are others who are definitely less fortunate than all of us. So right now, let's take a second, and I want to pray for all those people who are sick with this disease. Dear God, we thank you so very much for being just a great God, for protecting our families, for keeping us all healthy. And when you ask that you do all that needs to be done for all those who are sick, all those who are fighting this nasty, deliberate, difficult virus, and for the healthcare and first responders that are out there on the front line and engaging this process every single day to keep us safe, God. We ask you to bless them. And with that, we pray. So, Amen. So it's important that we all do that every single day, that we just literally realize that there are people out there fighting the good fight, engaging things. You know, Sophia is a nurse. She's trained. She's been a nurse for many, many years before we even met 17 years ago. My lovely wife has been a nurse, and she's always helped people. And she's actually a horrible nurse with me, but everybody else is great. Everybody does a really good job and protects them well. And you know, she wanted to, continue doing the thing that she wants to do is helping people. But she's stuck at home with us, and we're not going outside, and we're not doing the thing we want to do, which is allowing her to really help people. And some would say that's not the right value, that's not the right idea. We want you to go out there and be in the front line. And she's getting called from recruiters every single day to go to New York or go to some other place where there's a real need for someone as beautifully trained as my lovely wife is. But with 3 children at home and a family and a reality that she could herself become infected, we made a family decision that said, we're going to stay home and we're going to fight this together and make sure that we are all taken care of as a family. I think it's very, very important that each person makes a choice as to how they're going to address the situation. Listen, our kids are stuck in the house and watching a computer while they're doing their homework or their assignments. And I think the Xbox probably gets more attention than anything else in our household right now.
Yes.
I think it's like
Fortnite rocks.
Fortnite rocks. Oh my God. I think there's a lottery system for Fortnite in our household. But to be frank and to be honest, as a winery, you can see that we've got wonderful people who love us. And I can tell you, I can't honestly thank enough the people that are in this chat room and those of you who have done something for us, which is right after our wine club ended in March and we were shut down, that said, we're going to buy a case, we're going to buy a bottle, we're going to do something to support it. And I know every single person that bought something from us and engaged something. And I can't tell you how much we appreciate it and how much we thank you for doing so. And we're going to continue to offer little packages and little programs that just kind of help support things. Easter's coming up, and so the package that we are posting up on your chat roll there will show you the Easter package, everything else. And if you are running low, if you need some extras, please make a decision to buy some bottles, because Trisha and Tiffany and all those who are in this chat room tonight are dependent on all of us supporting them. We're not a restaurant. We're not open every single day. There's not much takeout. But the interesting thing is something's about to change for McClain Cellars. And I waited till tonight to make sure I told everybody. If you were on Wednesday night's chat roll and broadcast, you saw what we did and what we had to announce. But we're going to announce it right now so everyone sees it. It's the exciting thing for our wine club members. It's not very exciting for you because you're not getting a big discount on wonderful things. But we're going to have a chance over the next several days, sometime next week, we're hoping, to allow us to have curbside pickup and takeout in our Laguna Beach location, as well as our Irvine warehouse and offices. And we're working with Grubhub. So as you know, Postmates, Grubhub, DoorDash, Uber Eats, all these wonderful companies are skyrocketing right now with all the busyness that they're engaged in every single day. And they're slammed right now with all the orders and the requests. And you, like ourselves, have ordered from Grubhub, DoorDash, Uber Eats, Postmates, and I don't know who I'm forgetting, but all those wonderful people. Well, we became, as of this week, the very first winery in the history of Grubhub's company to be requested to go on Grubhub that doesn't serve food. We have snacks and cheese and charcuterie and things of that nature. And so that gives our staff a chance to go back to work, to offer curbside pickup. And since we do offer light foods and snacks, we can be under the guidelines of essential because we have enough food in our repertoire of our menu of cheese, charcuterie, snacks, salamis, cheese, prosciutto, and everything else. And popcorn. Popcorn is a staple in life that allow us to engage that process. So next week, we're hoping it's all done by then. We'll be live with Grubhub, and we'll be available in Irvine, California, and as well in Laguna Beach. What that means for many of their wine club members who haven't picked up their allocation or had it shipped to them, you'll be able to pick it up in the coming days and weeks. And that's really just kind of another little silver lining for us to keep the world alive and keep the doors opening and engaging things. We've done everything as a small business to reach out to the government and all those programs you hear about on TV. We've not gotten any of that money whatsoever. They've not written a check to McClain Cellars, although we applied, I think it was the day the link went live, which was 2 days after the government had shut us down. The funny thing is, as much as we may struggle as a winery making sure that we can do the right thing, I'm proud to be in the state of California. And I'm proud that our governor made strong decisions in our state ahead of everybody else. I was watching the news this morning, and I think it was Jeff Galore on CBS Saturday morning said that he was noticing how our President Trump, was praising our governor, Gavin Newsom, in the state of California, because we were the first state to go on stay-at-home orders, the first state to shut down everything. And with 30-some million, I think it is, maybe 40 million, I'm not a politician, so I can't do the exact number, at least double the number of people in the state of California that are in the state of New York, we have a 10th of the COVID-19 outbreaks, a 10th of the coronavirus outbreaks. And that they have in New York. And New York is, of course, as all of us know, is quite the epicenter right now. So I'm proud that we're staying at home. I like the fact that we're staying at home. And I love to come on these webinars and just engage with you and drink with you and have fun with you and be stupid. And listen, what I say every single night, some may love, some may not. I'm sorry. I'm just a guy who's stuck in the house every single day with his wife and 3 kids. And trying to engage something new. I had to brave out to go to our warehouse in Irvine to take pictures, to grab bottles of wine and bring them back and put them in my garage and move and make a makeshift TV studio to shoot pictures for packages to get things in gear, because we need to find ways and new ideas to get people in motion. So I implore each and every one of you to sow that seed forward. Either A, with us here at McClain Cellars, or B, with any other Orange County winery or Orange County business or business in California or business anywhere in the US of A that is in the hospitality world. Because these businesses literally are still paying their rent, like me. We're still paying our mortgages. We're still doing every single thing we have to do as a business to make sure that we are engaging everything. And the government will come help us one day, or maybe they won't, or maybe it doesn't meet some guideline, or maybe it'll all work out. And I don't really know, and I don't have any judgment on it. All I know is I'm going to keep making wine. I'm going to keep building new locations. I'm in negotiation right now on 2 new locations that within 3 years from now, McClain Cellars will be in 5 different locations across Southern California. And I'm signing those contracts. I'm engaging those contracts because I'm not stepping back. Our Costa de Casa location with our own restaurant and bistro, it is happening. And it's not happening in December. Now it's closer to the first quarter, of course, of 2021. But I've got an amazing chef lined up. I've got an amazing opportunity. I'm going to create something for a social engagement for all of us, so we can continue living and continue having fun. Listen, you all work very hard every single day. You work hard for a living. You make a living by working your butt off. Many of you are sitting right now unemployed. And I know many of you reached out to me personally and said, I need a job. I need an opportunity to get in gear. I need to do something. I don't care what it takes. I've had so many people email me and say, I don't even want payment. I just want to help McClain Cellars get in gear. Because we're truthful, we're honest, we're authentic, and we're the real deal. And that's a blessing every single day. It's a fortunate world to look at.
Yeah, we're very thankful for each and every one of you guys, and thank you so much for supporting us and in these crazy times. And we hope you guys staying safe, have plenty of wine to drink, and enjoy your family and close friends, and attending our webinars.
Yeah, because that's how we move things forward. So listen, on your screen is a link for our new packages. There's a handful of new packages which are available to you. And if you've already bought a package 2 weeks ago, buy another one. Trisha's job every single day is to go into the lounge and to ship wine to people, or to make availability for wine to be picked up as it might be needed. So Trisha doesn't go and do anything unless, or she does a lot, but she doesn't really have a lot to do unless she's shipping out boxes and cases of wine. So we're asking you to pick a package, pick a movie night tonight, pick your dinner night, and join us for next week's webinar, which will be a dinner that you are going to cook yourself. That's right. We're going to be sending out an email on Monday morning to everybody who is with us tonight and everyone in our database to be available for next Saturday night to be cooking with us. And we're sending out 3 bottles of wine and 3 bottles of olive oil. It's called Dinner. And that's on that link that's on your screen right now. You can scroll down to it for the dinner section, which is in the specialty wine tasting area. If you want to do a wine tasting for your friends, engage it. There's nothing better than supporting a winery who just wants to do one simple thing: love you, engage you, drink with you, and have fun with you. And a month or 2 or 3 or however long this takes, I'm going to be here. We're going to be here, and we're going to be hanging out. Until then, we're going to drink. We're going to have fun. We're going to drink lots of wine, engage lots of opportunity, laugh, be silly, and be stupid. But thank you from the bottom of our heart for your support. Thank you for loving what we do. And thank you for going deep to engage something that you care about. Because with God as my secret judge, without you, there is no McClain Cellars. Without you, there is no life after tomorrow. Without you, there is no joy.
Me, Rose.
Go to Jack. Jack, what you got?
Speak to me, bright angel. I am with you. Let me just finish. We have made steak Florentine, delicious carrots, smashed potatoes. Let me show you how I'm going to finish the potatoes. You know all of the garlic confit that was in this little thing? Watch what we're going to do here. Oh my God in heaven, look at that. All of those beautiful garlic petals that we created a little earlier are now part of the potatoes. Wait just a moment. I'm going to give you a little bit of green. This is a feast worthy of the gods. Now, speaking of gods, there is Jason McClain and goddess Sophia McClain, and of course the chief goddess, my beautiful wife Shelly Ann, who is actually manipulating the camera right now. On behalf of all of us, just love you. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay smart, which is maybe the most important thing. And we'll see you with another dish tomorrow. We're going to make a beautiful vegetarian dish, Kara, tomorrow, okay? And we love you all. Thank you. No, really, thank you.
No, Jack, thank you.
No,
The
thank
man,
you.
the myth, and the legend in my mind, in your mind, and everywhere else. Jack Ryan is one of our wine club members. You know what Jack said to me? This is a really important thing that I want to make sure that everyone understands about Jack and Shelly Ann Ryan. These two people are wine club members. We met them when we were over at Josh Frisbee's place at Frisbee Cellars, just wine tasting, maybe a year ago, I suppose. And they're just real fun, and we just engaged them in church, chatting with them. And we say, yeah, we own a winery. It's called McClain Cellars. She goes, oh, well, what's that? Who are you? Where are you at? And we told them who we were and where we were at, and they came over, and Jack and Shelly Ann were there on opening day. I sent them a text the other day, so that was a picture of opening day, and I had a few of our members out there, and we had Jack and Shelly Ann at the back table in the corner. And Jack said to me, in a wonderful way, Jack said to me, Jake, what's that, Jack? Sorry, you're kicking in gear. I'm gonna mute your microphone until you're ready to talk, brother. Technical moments. Okay, there we go. So Jack said to me, and Jack can hear me still. So Jack said to me, he said, Jason, I just want to help you do something while we're going through this coronavirus process. And Jack is an amazing chef, as you guys can all see. He is literally a cook of all cooks. And he cooks not for a living. He does something else. I have no idea what it is. But for somebody else for a living. But he cooks for friends, and he cooks a lot. And if anyone who's ever known Jack, and I know some of his friends are on tonight's webinar, you know that Jack just cooks out of his heart. He cooks out of his soul, and he engages in a way that is just, God, words can't express it. And I can't tell you how joyful it is when Jack said to me, and Shelly Ann said, we want to come on your webinars. We want to be on every webinar. We don't want any money. We don't want a free this or a free that. We just want to support you. And this little webinar idea that we're starting to do picked up and started engaging it. And it's because of Jack. And he engaged something new and different. And what we do on these things are different. I'm working on new shows. One's going to be a murder mystery that we've got putting together. That's right, a murder mystery webinar. That's right. You're going to get a link, and you're going to be able to figure out the whodunits, and we're all going to engage it together and do a murder mystery webinar. That's going to be a lot of fun. We're also working on, what was the one you just said, Sophia?
Wine bingo.
Wine bingo. We're going to do a bingo night with wine here on webinars. Those shows are coming up. We're going to engage this thing as often as we possibly can. My staff, Trisha, Tiffany, Natalie, and all other team members are going to start to come on board and start to schedule dates and nights where they can come on board and do something crazy and be silly and have fun. And I want you, each of you are amazing members or amazing friends, or those who love what we do here at McClain Cellars, to join us as well and come on board and hang out. And on that note, if you want to join us click on the speak button on the chat roll right now, and we can bring you on to the chat tonight and begin a wonderful conversation of just seeing what's new with you. So anybody who's got a webcam, anybody who's got a camera and a microphone, and you want to join the webcam tonight, this is your time to engage. This is your time to click on the speak button on the top of your chat roll, and I'll bring you right in. We'll broadcast live. Everyone's watching this live broadcast and all the replays thereof. Listen, if you haven't bought a stimulus package, I'm so sorry, it's over. A package of wine that is on your screen right now, that offer, those are the cool packages. If that doesn't work for you, you want to pick what you want, you want to make your own program, go to McClainCellars.com, use the code McClain10, and you'll get free shipping, an extra 10% off, and engage and drink more wine. Because if you don't, everyone cries. Oh my God, it's a moment. Who doesn't want to cry? It's really bad. You want to cry? No, neither. Philip has a question. Von Kara, catch up, finishing the third bottle. Yeah, there's a good question there. I think that's important. I see that we've got someone joining us, and let's take a look over here what we got. I see Kara. I've got Jack, of course, over there. Let's start to engage and set this in gear. So, Kara, you're available. I've got Jack here. Good question. Anyone else? I see that we've got someone joining us. Hey, Kara. Let's take a look over here.
It's me.
I see Kara. I've got Jack, of course, over there. One of you two are engaged. That's weird. Kara.
Hey.
Kara or Jack?
I see that we've got someone joining us.
Can you turn it on your volume?
I see Kara.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hi.
There we go. Hey, Kara.
Who's
How are
that
you?
beautiful girl? I'm so sorry that we made like meat. It was like,
No, I cook it every night for Vaughn, so I'm used to it.
Tonight?
My life. Yeah.
Okay, good. All right. So you need to cook this for him, okay?
Yeah. I'll write on it.
Kara, I'm gonna make something for you tomorrow
I'm ready.
that will be a revelation. It's it's 3 ingredients, okay?
Okay.
And it'll change the way you look at mac and cheese forever.
Oh, wow.
Unless you don't like mac and cheese. You're not a mac and cheese person?
No, I'm sorry. Get your own camera.
Oh, sorry.
Hi, Yvonne.
So what's up, Kara? Vaughn, how are you guys?
Good. How are you?
Loving you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't pick on you too much tonight, did I?
No. God, no. I'm sorry. I can't see you around the bottles.
Hey, that's a stimulus package bottle. Like your 17 summer breeze. I like that.
Mm-hmm, yep. There it is.
Is that Vaughn's new jam?
Mm.
You
loves it.
You are not turning me into a white drinker now.
If you got a white girl, might as well have a white drinker.
On that white.
Yeah. there it is. There it is.
Kara, quick question.
Yes.
Are you a mac and cheese girl?
Oh, I like anything with cheese.
Oh, you're going to love tomorrow's dish.
I'm here for it.
Okay, so you're going to love
But I have a question. Is it a good hangover meal? Because I feel like that's important for anyone who's on the call tonight.
You have no idea.
Perfect.
You could be almost comatose and make this dish.
That's exactly what I was on Thursday.
See,
Listen, Kara, we had a webinar scheduled for Thursday. And you realize I canceled that webinar.
Didn't happen.
I know. I was like, they're going to do this 2 nights in a row.
Yeah, not happening. We're rethinking our schedule and how we do things because, to be honest with you, that Wednesday night webinar was a moment to remember or not remember.
Right.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
Yeah.
So I noticed Sophie was, I'm sorry. I noticed Sophie was down in her drinks. Hats off to you, Sophie. She was going through
I was feeling fine on Thursday. I wasn't dying. I took the dog for a walk for 4.4 miles in vacuum entire house. So I was actually fine.
She
Not
drinks
me.
like a nut. It's
Yeah.
epic. Yeah.
No, I was struggling. I was productive around 4 p.m. I started to wake up and get my life together.
Nice.
Nice.
Girl.
You know what? These are the benefits of living it through COVID-19, right?
Right.
Right.
You have the luxury of sleeping through your hangovers.
Yes. Thank God. I never thought I'd be grateful for COVID-19, but I sure was on Thursday.
Yep.
All right, who else wants to join us? Anybody else want to hang out with us tonight for a little bit? I got Tara and Vaughn. I've got Jack and Chillianne. You got Jason and Sophia.
I think Cindy needs to get on.
Come on board and join the moment and have an engagement, because right now I'm about to do something that is amazing. I'm going to drink the new, not yet finished barrel sample of the 2018 Painted Dreams. That is absolutely stupid good.
You are such a ponce, and I'll tell you why. Because we cannot share. You know what I mean? What the hell is that about? Okay. All right.
Ron, can you get your shit together in the chat room?
Yes, please.
Look what you just typed. Ivan, right?
My God, you haven't spelled anything right all night.
Oh my gosh.
Don't you love just like watching people do stupid stuff?
Okay.
That's why the world is where it is, because we all watch people do stupid stuff.
Hey,
So, you like my hat?
Talk to Jason about
no.
I already sent him an email.
Oh, did you?
So I would think. Yeah. Hey, Jason,
Yes.
how are you feeling?
What's that?
How are you feeling?
I'm feeling great now.
Good.
Yeah, feeling great now.
Okay.
Yeah, after waking up at like 5:30 a.m. and work at 6 a.m., taking pictures, doing things, trying to put together a little thing for a thing to do the new thing. I'm feeling better now, but it was one of those days that would never end, Jack. It would never end. And that's the authentic reality of life. Listen, if you know McClain Cellars, you know the owners and you know the every detail. I do it all. I design the web pages. I design the offers. I put the packages together. I take the pictures. I do the social media posts. I do everything. And yeah, I got great teams and great staff, but I enjoy connecting. And so today I had to create something new. Yesterday I would have worked on it, but I was drinking. So I didn't get much done because I was drinking yesterday. And then Wednesday, we don't talk about Wednesday anymore. That's kind of over and gone.
Hey, Sophie.
Yeah.
If you need to isolate for a couple of days, you can use our guest room.
Okay. Thank you.
You know what? I got to tell you, I'm making that up for somebody seriously because, and I love Jason, okay, but sometimes when you're with a really intense guy and he's
I just felt like wrong.
have you watched Tiger King? You know what happens?
Oh my gosh, we started watching it yesterday. That's something that's like, wow.
I know.
Okay.
Jeff Hayden just said, move to my right 6 inches.
Okay.
So I now move to my right 6 inches.
Oh, you
Yeah, because
You know who Jeff Hayden is?
All right, stop.
I really hope he's
Sophie's
online.
going to say goodnight.
Okay, bye you guys. I just want to
Wait,
the kids. I will make sure they don't destroy the house and the dog is barking.
That's right.
So
There
very
you
nice
go.
seeing you. Enjoy the wine and we'll see you when? Tomorrow?
Tomorrow, 1 o'clock.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So Sophie's signing off for the evening, and that's kind of how it all goes.
Let me tell you about my friend Jeff Hayden, who's actually watching us from Kentucky right now. Okay, so there's a couple of stories about Jeff Hayden, and I'm going to let him tell you those stories when you actually meet him because he's a fascinating guy. Couple of things. Jeff Hayden is the great-great-grandson of Basil Hayden. Okay,
Stop.
so he's born and raised in Bardstown, Kentucky, where we recently bought a home, and he's one of our dearest, closest guys. You cannot really you can't really judge a guy until you've known him for some time, okay? And having known Jeff for some time, he and his wife Julie are spectacular individuals, and I can't wait to have all of our friends, that includes everyone who's on screen right now, come down to Bardstown, Kentucky, and enjoy our house and enjoy Bourbon Country because it's beautiful. It has every consideration that you might want for a gentle, easier, less stressful life. Okay. Now, it doesn't mean you can't make a living or you shouldn't make a living, but it's really quite something. And I'm really happy he's with us tonight. And if he is, I love you, brother. And I can't wait to see you. I told Jeff the other day, I said, I can't wait to get a Kentucky fix because we haven't been there for some months. And we own a home there, which is kind of crazy. But you come and see us, and we'll take you to Bourbon Country, and we'll have a blast.
Did we have a finished steak?
Mm-hmm.
What was that? Vaughn, what was that?
I can't remember. I can't remember if we ever saw the finished steak. I didn't. Did you have it there?
Yeah, this is a finished steak. We've been gnawing on it. I'm sorry. I don't know what happened to our bandwidth.
I saw the steak when you cut it on the plate. I didn't see the finished plate.
Vaughn, here's the deal.
Oh my God, it was so freaking good. That's all I can tell you.
You and us and Carol will get together. Carol will get tofu. You will get custard. Okay? I promise you.
I don't know if Jason going to approve a tofu night down at the tasting.
Absolutely.
I don't mind. Hey, I'm building a restaurant right now, Vaughn, so I can guarantee I'll have tofu somewhere on the menu.
No, I didn't know that.
I'm building a restaurant right now. I'm in the middle of it. So at the first quarter of next year, now the quarter with the coronavirus engagement, we have our bistro and our new wine tasting lounge open up here in Orange
You're in
County.
Bardstown, Jack and Cheyenne.
What's that?
So this is the upside and the downside to your wine. So we sit here and we tune in and we try to follow the first recipe and we drink wine and then we forget the stuff that we talk about. I do anyway.
No.
Well, that's natural.
What's the problem here? Do you want
The problem is that the wine is too good, so you start drinking it and then you forget. Because I got to be honest with you, Wednesday night, Thursday morning when I woke up, I didn't remember much of what went on. Serious. Like that was real.
Early.
That's real talk.
Vaughn, I
Yeah.
got a quick question.
Yeah.
Here, give it.
I detect a subtle accent there. Are you from Paris?
No, not. Oh, I'm sorry. Hold on. No, I'm not.
Where are
No.
you from, Vaughn?
Mississippi.
Oh, God.
Same thing.
No, really? I would never have known
He's
this.
black.
I would have.
No, wait,
Hey, Vaughn,
all black people.
what part of Mississippi?
Down in Tupelo.
Okay, I love Tupelo. That's
My mom's from Aberdeen.
yeah,
Just west of us.
That's
land
right.
of the blues, baby.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, we had land down there for a long time.
It is. So I moved up to St. Louis though when I was pretty young, and so if there's any accent, I would assume it's from the Midwest that I got at this point.
No, it's not. I'm from Louisiana, and you definitely have a Southern accent.
That's Cheyenne.
Yep. My family's from Louisiana. I'm
Look at your hand.
from California, but
Would you
let me
like
tell
to
you.
take frame? Would you like to come into
Right.
frame?
If you're gonna talk, let me see your hand at least. Let me.
Whatever. Move into frame.
Whatever.
Whatever.
There
Okay,
you
so
go.
my family's from
Look
Louisiana.
how beautiful she is. I love this.
Finally, right.
So my family's from Louisiana, so definitely you have a Southern accent. We have just purchased a house in Kentucky, and we will eventually be moving there out of California when we retire.
Why would you ever leave California?
Because you know what? It's a fabulous location. We have amazing people that are on this thread right now. Sam and BA are the people we actually bought the house from. Jeff and Julie Hayden are close and dear friends. We have all kinds of friends in Kentucky. And it's a little slower. And when we retire, we want to go a little slower. The kids will be able to have a house in California. It'll all be good.
The kids are here?
Our kids live across.
I can trip to Kentucky.
And you know what? You can all visit us in Kentucky.
Jason would not survive today.
We will continue to have all the fabulous McClain Cellars wine because Jeff Hayden has a connection in Nashville where we can have it all delivered. But we will never release our California connection.
Please don't.
Take over the house.
Like as soon as I've been out here a year and a half, and it's like we're still kind of figuring out food and beverage and wineries and all of this, and so we don't want you all to leave as soon as we get here. It's like
what are you doing with wineries and everything else? What winery are you actually going to? You stupid or something?
we had this conversation. You're trying to put me out there in front of everybody. I'm gonna just say Laguna Canyon. Now I'm gonna get up.
Funny. It's like Jason said, we actually all met at a different winery, and on my birthday, he said, "Hey, come taste wine." He gave me a beautiful bottle of wine. He had no idea who I was, and we tasted their wine. And as we're going through the first tasting ever, it was like, "Oh my God, this is good wine! Oh my God, this is really good wine! Oh my God, this is really good wine!" And you know what? He's an amazing winemaker, and I've been a lush for a long time.
Hey, Vaughn, we've been drinking wine
For a long
time. As a matter of fact, we've lost a lot of brain cells because of it. Just wanted you to know.
I mean, I have friends who have an amazing winery up in Paso. They own Adelanta Winery, and they are phenomenal. Jason is phenomenal. I mean,
I just joined their winery.
So
There
we
you
have
go.
so we
Okay.
have friends who have been in the wine business a long ass time. Exactly.
Yeah, we joined their winery too.
I mean, there's a lot of wine out there that's fabulous. Stop touching that.
Sorry.
So
My fault.
the thing is that you have to understand Jason is a really good winemaker. He knows what he likes, and it's a very California style.
She sometimes loses her articulation when it comes to wine. Here's the deal.
Have you seen Von type?
Wow.
There's no
So-
articulation there.
Wow.
So Jason is what we call intuitive when it comes to grape. Okay, and he's got
Just say
because I love you and because you let me. Okay.
okay.
So he's intuitive, and there's a lot to be said about an intuitive winemaker. All the masters, and we happen to know some of them personally, are all intuitive wine masters. They know how to blend. They see it as a prerogative. They have they kind of got a natural way of going about making wine, and as opposed to trying to make wine that makes money, Jason makes wine that tastes good, and that's really the critical issue. And now I will disappear from frame.
I mean, to be fair, I don't think I've ever wanted a case of a single wine. Not a varietal case, just one bottle. Okay.
Well, thank you, all of you, in every single way. I'm humbled and appreciative. And you hit the nail on the head, Jack, when you said, I make wine that I like. Because I don't make wine that is a normal blend or a normal varietal or what most winemakers want to have, which is a wine that's selling. You know, you don't see a lot of common varietals in the things I make because I want to be, listen, when the day comes, far, far from that, when I go and meet my agent personally, I want to know that I did things on my terms or on his terms, and I did it the right way. I don't really care about making something that's popular. I want to make something I enjoy. It's passionate. It's authentic. The one brand of McClain Cellars will last for the rest of my entire life. in all the life of this winery, however long it should live in the world, is the fact that it's authentic and the truth. And listen, I don't worry about my labels. If my label makes you uncomfortable or offends you, I apologize. It's not my intention, but I want my label to speak something that's important to me. And if the wine, the taste is something that you don't like, that's okay. I apologize. I want to make something that's authentic. That's the wine that I enjoy. I'm just kind of following my path. I just want to make something amazingly unique. And I think without that, there's nothing here. It's just, So the focus is do it right or don't do it at all.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I woke up at 5:30 a.m. this morning, and I was working from 6 a.m. until literally 7 a.m. I had a great outfit I was going to put on today and had a lot of fun, but I came on this webinar 1 minute prior to.
No, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
you
we
were
know.
2 minutes late. Shut up.
We know. We
Shut up.
Anyway, the truth of the matter
all I
is,
can say is
He's making me finish this whole bottle of white by
Yeah, I'm
myself.
just such a bad person. We had to
honey, we've
drink
been drinking bottles already.
Making me
So
drink the whole bottle of white by myself.
I like that dark stuff. Get out of here.
Wow. That's
well,
If you didn't like that dark, why would you be with Vaughn?
Exactly.
See? What? I mean, I just got slapped by my wife. You know what? You know what?
all I can say is we're really grateful to be part of this. And Jason, we will be here to. My husband will cook for you. I will garden for you. Because all these herbs, all instant green, mostly comes from my garden.
For weed.
The artichokes, the leeks, the fennel, everything will come from the garden. And
Shelly Ann, what did he say he was cooking tomorrow?
Oh my God, Vaughn.
it's going to be a pasta dish that has no meat. It will have an artichoke starter. And Vaughn, for you, will have a side of sausage.
He loves sausage.
Or maybe meatballs. Maybe it'll be
It'll
meatballs.
be meatball.
So just saying, just for you.
Yeah.
But there are a lot of people who are doing vegetarian, and which is great. One of the things that we're doing a lot of is I've just planted probably 16 tomato plants, 7 different pepper plants. We're looking to really be sustainable. Everything that we do here in our gardens, and if you saw our wild garden, anybody in Tustin knows our house because our front yard is completely a wild garden. It's all about sustainable growth. In this world, you need sustainable growth. Just saying.
Especially right now.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what, Jason?
yes, I'm sorry.
Our friend Jeff Hayden said he was going to give you some trumpet lessons. That's amazing.
It's funny. I played the trumpet for like 12 years when I was a kid. And then my daughter decided she wanted to pick it up in school. I said, oh, great. So she got a trumpet and she played for like a day and a half, maybe. I don't know. And so I bought one to get back into it. I don't think I've touched it since I started these webinars. But I do have my guitars. Those are fun. But playing them when I'm sober is even more fun.
So when we can get Jeff Hayden here and Julie Hayden here, we will all do a music night because he is absolutely phenomenal. We're gonna.
Oh, I'll play the piano.
Yeah, we're gonna bring Kentucky home. So we'll all, you can come play we have a baby grand piano. You can come play. We'll do a music. We have friends that are amazing guitarists, Mike, and we'll bring everybody in. We're gonna have a fabulous time.
I have a problem. Sometimes it just comes. I'm sorry. What were you saying, Shelly Ann?
Yeah,
I was just saying that.
nothing at all. We were just talking about how good at the trumpet you were. You're so good at the trumpet.
Jack, you all can do music.
I can look forward to it. It'll be fun. It'll be fun. All right, you know what? There's that moment in life that we all come to where we have to look at each other and realize that we're coming to the top of our second hour. And the top of our second hour can mean a couple of things. One, it can mean you're opening up another bottle of wine. Two, it could mean that you are changing your clothes or something like that. I'm not sure what that was. That wasn't me.
That was me. Sorry. Wow.
It could mean that it's time to move on to step number 2 in life. Saturday nights are a blast. There's absolutely nothing better than hanging out on a Saturday night with those that you love. Hanging out, making new friends. I love just tonight on this wonderful chat room. We've had people making new connections, new friendships, new engagements. And that's a joy about being shut in the house with the coronavirus world that's outside. We have a chance to rethink what is normal, to remake a new normal, to engage something that is a better life. How many of us have had nothing to do? And then how many of us have literally found ourselves in a place where we wish we had more time when we worked every single day? How many closets have been cleaned out? How many have been reorganized?
No.
Optimism.
Yeah, thanks though. Thanks for calling me out.
Great.
Doing my part. How many have like engaged something? And that's the funniest thing. We always want to do what we want to do, but we really don't. Or maybe we just choose not to. Either way, there's one thing I'll choose: making good friends, making great times, and engaging great moments in life.
I thought he was going to say making great wine. I don't know why he didn't add that in.
Hey, Indiana, have they given you any kind of indication on like the status or the temperature of being able to open back up?
Well, we're going to open up for curbside and pickup.
Curbside pickup, okay.
Yeah, using we just signed with Grubhub this last week,
right.
So we'll be on Grubhub. Which
I think he's just talking about like as a place of business. Has anyone given you any kind of like inclination other than what like we already know?
Are all of the other businesses in that area? They're all down too.
They're all doing Grubhub pickups and that kind of stuff. And that's all they're doing for now. And we're not even doing that at the moment. We've been shut entirely. Our place. I went over there yesterday for the first time in a while, and we've been shut for a while. Our built-in location just kind of sitting there. But the government has basically said we're all shutting down, and we're going to continue following what the governor says. And we're not planning to open up for back to normal life. And honestly, I tell you, what we're doing here right now is going to become the normal for at least between now and my prediction is through the end of summer.
Oh, wow. You think that long?
Oh, yeah, definitely. Everything I read, everything I indicate, every conversation I have with local officials and or politicians and or council people that I've engaged or I've spoken to, everyone tells me that this is through end of summer. I doubt, I will tell you this way, I predict that there won't be a Sawdust Festival this year. There won't be all things in local areas. This is
such a hit.
America's a bigger place than from an economic standpoint and the way we engage the democracy than other countries are. We're an enigma. We're not Canada. We're not the UK. We're not China. We're not Italy. We're not all these other countries. We're the U.S. And the U.S. is stubborn in certain places and stronger in other places, weaker in some. It's just who we are. We're Americans. I predict that this will all be how we connect and how we engage. The stay-at-home order will lift at some point in the future, but I'm not counting on it to lift before the end of summer. My business, our winery, that's why I put up these strong ploy to say, please buy a package, so I can keep doing to other people. Because listen, if someone says, here, I'm going to send you $10,000 or I'm going to send you $1,200 here and there, that does nothing in the grand scheme of a multi-million-dollar investment and engagement for a business for all of us in the world that we live in. So we say to people, buy bottles. $100 goes a long way. $200 goes a long way to keep people engaged and keep them in gear, because this is going to be what we do. The wine TV that I'm beginning, this is like the 4th or 5th or 3rd or something webinar we've done, and we're figuring it out. We're making it better. The more partners I get in gear, the platform that we're using, we may change. We're figuring everything out right now. And as a winery, I'm the only one doing this. There's no other winery doing what we're doing right now. They may do a hangout here and there on Zoom. They may engage something else, but nobody's engaging what we're trying to do. I did this for a living every single, like 3 or 4 nights a week for years to 500,000 people. I've done webinars. And I haven't engaged it to that high level at the moment. I'm beginning to work on the process, but we're changing the world for a moment. Listen, comes the fall and the winter, we'll be back to a new type of normal, which will allow us to go out and talk to people. That's my prediction. I'm not a government official. I don't know how to handle details, but that's my prediction. But we're getting there. But the reality is, this is not something's going to end tomorrow or next week or next month. Get used to the new normal, because it's not going to change. And that's a reality of life.
You want to know the downside to this? Is that when we do get back to the new normal, the new norm, we're all going to expect you to keep doing this in addition to your regular duty.
I guarantee I will.
They're fun.
Right now, listen, I'm watching things. I just saw Bon Landine trying to join us, but he didn't chime in for whatever reason. But if he comes up again, I'll loan him. I'll connect him. But there he is.
There he is. Yeah.
Listen, I can guarantee you one reality, one truth, that, and Bond is probably one of the only people in this room tonight that's on the chat roll or talking to us. There's Bond's kitchen. That knew me in my former life, that knew me when I literally would get into a TV studio, which I built. I spent over $350,000, and I built my own television studio that had live broadcasts. So all the little webinars you've seen or the videos from CNN that I did, I was a CNN guy. If you've seen them, I post them on Instagram, I put them on Facebook. You've seen the videos I've done. For all these little videos engaged, I put those from my TV studio. And that's how I built my TV show called Life Can Change on Amazon Prime. And I ran that one, and I turned down the publishing contract for Life Can Change, one of the publishing company, to take that into a national syndicated show to turn my life left and open a winery. So I've done this for a long time. So Vaughn, you're right. Hey Vaughn, Bond, we can see your kitchen.
Yeah, I'm gonna turn around.
Okay,
Jason, sorry about that.
There we go. So
There you are.
There he is.
I got to figure out how to make the screen go on front screen.
I'll continue doing this as we keep going on.
Can you flip the thing around, Kendra? Kendra's gonna try to flip it around, but go ahead and keep talking. Sorry about that, guys.
Good. We love looking at your titties.
Well, is that all we're seeing?
That's
Yeah.
There we go. There we go.
All they could see was your titties, Jill.
Oh, that's good. I haven't done much work on them, so whatever. So if they're good, that's good.
That's okay. My wife's a nurse. She can handle it. She can make a new one.
We're on a second bottle of Timeless.
Yes.
Timeless good.
Timeless is
Timeless
good.
is good.
So good.
Nice.
Mhm.
Oh, wait. The Bond came in with a dog. We need a dog.
I'm the Bond Dizzle. See that?
I don't know where the camera is. I have no idea.
Yeah,
Is it
we're-
still on my boobies or what?
No, we can see your faces.
Oh, thank God.
Can you see Jill right here?
Can you just lower your top just a little bit? Oh, they left. My bad.
they left.
Sorry. That's on
They
me.
were there. It was good for a while. Right when I was taking a picture of the screen, they all just left. That was a good screen. Anyway, they'll come back.
You can't leave
Everybody's
that
picking up
on
those.
there.
Oh, there we go. Now they're flipped again.
I didn't mean to go back. And
All right, we're just gonna leave it like this for now. Just leave it, Kendra. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, you were good before.
Yeah.
All right.
There we go. Perfect.
All right.
We were trying to get Kendra to help us flip the screen around.
You can see us. I mean, you can see us, but we can't see you.
Oh, you can't get
They must
got it.
Yeah, we
What
can't.
happened?
For some reason, we can't get the forward-facing camera to work on this laptop.
Yeah.
But anyways, Jason, I want to chime in about because earlier they were talking about the different wineries and whatnot, and you were mentioning yours and being a winemaker. And,
Sorry, Dad.
did you turn it off again?
No.
Oh, okay.
Thank you for trying.
But no, the thing I love about your wines, Jason, is that I think it hits a lot of different palates, across the board. And there's millions of people out there, and I own a business, and you know how it is, and it's hard to satisfy everybody, and that's why there's multiple different wineries for different palates and whatnot. But every one of your bottles, I feel like the blends to the if it's a true Merlot or whatever it is, I just feel like every single one of your bottles is superb, and it's very good. So for whatever that's worth, I get what you put out there and what you do. So
It's worth a lot to me. I promise you that. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you very much.
Yes. And it's nice to meet. What is it, Vaughn? And what's her name?
Kara.
Vaughn and Kara.
Yep.
What's her name?
Kara.
Kara. Okay.
Oh, no kidding.
Well, I am Vaughn.
You are Bond.
I'm Bond. B-O-N-D. You're V-O-N, right?
Yes. Well, he is. Yeah.
It's. I know we're over the internet and everything, but it's nice to meet you, Vaughn.
Nice to meet you
Same
guys.
time.
There's many times where people will call and they're like, "Yeah, Vaughn was looking at my house." We're like, "No, it was Bond."
I have to spell it out. I say since we moved to California, I can now say, okay, it's just like the grocery store. It's spelled the same way everywhere.
No, it was dropped yes.
So
I usually say it's Bond, like James Bond, 007.
I got you. She finally left, so we can talk.
Oh, I can't see the screen no more. I'm like,
Yeah, we're just staring at the camera on the back of our computer screen.
I'm looking at the goodbye sticker on the back of my daughter's laptop.
That's good enough.
Never would have fixed that, Bond.
Oh, she's back with a butcher knife. Hang on.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, that's
Nobody
fabulous.
takes over my camera time.
Wow, I'm missing. What am I missing?
What are we missing? A dog?
Jason,
Yes.
Oh, don't lick me.
we'll have to do like a one-on-one webinar so I can figure out this camera thing, so we're not doing it when it's live to the world.
Listen, why don't we listen? I'm going to close the webinar in a moment. Why don't we go and do a Zoom call,
That's perfect.
Ooh,
and
yeah.
we can go offline
Fuck you up.
because we have to. Sometimes you want to. We like to keep our webinar to a certain timeline. So let's go ahead and let me give you a link. 1 second. I'll give you a link in the chat roll.
Get it there. Oh, you're gonna put it in the chat roll? Okay.
I'll put it in the chat roll.
They're
And
annoying.
it's basically the after party.
Yep. It's after hours.
Yep. Because I'm going to stop this one.
Is Sophia gonna be on Zoom?
No, she just went upstairs. I have no idea where she is.
She's probably doing 22 push-ups.
Well, yeah, she's doing a push-up. You watch her push-ups every single day. Like, you gotta be kidding me.
Do you say she works out every day?
Yeah, with a freaking
She's got
Facebook.
she's got a challenge going on, the 22 days of 22 push-ups.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, come on.
We got a 30-day challenge too. We're trying to do. This guy is working out too. I'm proud of him.
Whatever.
Listen, my challenge is to keep my butt from sagging into my feet.
Oh,
Yeah, I do a high intense interval training gym in Irvine, and they started doing like live workouts and stuff. It's the only kind of way to keep
Yeah.
us.
you're so lucky.
Our daughters, they do the dance. Well,
Their dance studio.
the dance
is
studio is
online.
doing the dance studio on Zoom. They're in the doing that every day, the virtual dancing and stuff like that. It's cool though.
All right. So anybody who wants to join us, I'm going to sign off. If you look at the chat roll right now, on the chat roll, there's a link for a Zoom link on the chat roll.
Over there.
If you click on that chat roll Zoom link, it take us offline,
Oh, because you don't.
and you can join us
Oh,
in
now you're gonna act like you so
the
relaxed.
after party. I'm going to go ahead and mute the microphones of Kara and Bond. So it's just me. And you've got Jason as we begin to sign off our webinar. So listen, if you've been watching this and hanging out with us tonight, thank you so much for your time. Thank you for loving the wine. Thank you for hanging out and having fun, doing something different. Listen, there's no script, there's no agenda, there's no engagement, but you know what? Every show is getting a little more professional. Every show is getting a little smarter, and every show is getting a little more engagement and more fun. If you want to hang out with me and some of my friends and people we love, on the sticky bar in your chat roll is the link. Click on it, engage it. Listen, if you don't want to engage or show your video, you can just do it for audio. It's totally fine. If you just want to listen in, then you can do that as well. No big deal. We're not going to do anything weird, not going to do anything odd, but come join us and hang out and just have a glass of wine and roll your evening up. For the rest of you, on your screen is that offer for our new packages. And I'm going to say it right now with 1/14th pitch to say buy wine. Because going into April, we're looking for people who want to have something new and different. So support McClain Cellars, support small businesses. Pick up some wine for yourself, buy a package up to 40% off for everybody. And thank you so much for loving us. Thank you so much for loving me, my family, and all of our friends. See you in the after party. And if I don't, remember, drink more wine. Because if you don't, my kids will not go to college. That's it for me and my family. Have a wonderful night. God bless you. Stay safe and stay healthy. Cheers.